Hey, my brothers and sisters in Christ, how are you doing? I hope all is well. I wanted to jump on real quick and let you guys know what happened yesterday. It was kind of crazy, or should I say it was crazy, but real quick. So I'm a stay-home mom, and when I make these videos, there's probably going to be times where one of my 5 crazy kids are going to come in and be bugging me or bugging on me, or my boys are going to be throwing down, or the dogs are going to be barking or crying at the door, or there may be days where I'm, decide to jump on randomly and my house is going to be a hot mess, but you know what, it's cool. So I just want to apologize from now. Sorry for all the inconvenience, but it's the reality of a stay-at-home mom, and it's life. It's what I go through every day. I love a clean home. I love my candles, and I love having a very nice, good smelling atmosphere. But there is times it can be a hot mess, and it is what it is. But anywho, jumping right into my story. So my son, we've been quarantined quite a bit, and all of us, have been taking it pretty good. But I'm not gonna lie, this last few weeks we are just over the whole quarantine. Kind of miss taking my kids to McDonald's or just going to the park and hanging out, and I guess we can still do that, but it's just, here in Arizona it is so hot. It kind of like doesn't cool off till late in the evening, and by the time I'm doing everything that I'm doing, I'm tired. I don't want to feel like going for walks. The pools are hot. It's just, it can be a challenge. But anyways, that's what I'm talking about. You want to know what he's barking at? He's barking at the plant in my corner. Unbelievable. I'm going to show you. Are you done, Sucio? What a ding dong. Oops, sorry. He's such a, I swear, that dog right there cracks me up. I don't know what it is with him, but he be tripping. He be on some I don't know. That dog is something else. Especially when we trying to sleep and he just randomly goes off and scares the life out of me. Oh, I get so mad. Anywho, so with the whole quarantine thing, my son was like, hey mom, I want to kind of get out of the house. I want to take you out to eat. I was like, bet, let's go. Where you want to go? So the boys were playing the video games. My daughter was at work. So me, my Hita, my baby girl, and my oldest, we went to Natives. And so we got some hot wings, BombBomb.com. We got the mango habanero. Super good, by the way. My Hita, I got her some barbecue. She doesn't really do hot stuff. It hurts her panza. He's still going at it. I can't get enough of him. I swear. I don't know what's wrong with that dog sometimes. I swear it cracks me up. That's why they always say if you have any type of mental health or anything, depending on how severe it is, always get an animal. I mean, when I got my Dynasty baby, she helped me through so much. I got me a little ferret, cracks me up, man. And then this ding dong dog, I don't know. It's like I don't know what he'd be smoking or eating or what's going on with him. He needs some Jesus. I don't know what the problem is, but anyways. So went over there to Natives, got our grub on, bomb.com, like I said. So after there, we decided to go for a cruise. Had to pick up my daughter anyways. It was kind of late because she works at a Walmart nearby. So we went and looked around at Walmart, killed some time, found these little cute little, aren't they so cute? For $1. So, like little water bottles. So I got me and the kids some, and checked out, decided, because the Walmart, because of the COVID thing, they close at 8:30. Sucks, by the way. So we walked to the car, me and my babies, We get in and I proceed to leave Walmart. Well, the Walmart by the house over here, it's huge, and they have quite a few little shopping centers like Petco and whatnot, and they have like a Shell. And sorry, my phone cut off. So as I was driving up to the Shell gas station at the stop sign, I proceeded with my complete stop, by the way. Okay, just putting that out there. Anyways, the way that they have the entrance and the exit coming out of the shopping center, it kind of like, it goes like this. I know it's kind of hard because, you know, I'm recording on my phone, so my phone's only like this big, but it's a pretty wide entrance and exit. And so I'm waiting for the cars. It's a one-way, so I'm waiting for all the cars to come, you know, coming up Rittenhouse. It's a street called Rittenhouse. And so I'm waiting to proceed to make my right turn, but she's proceeding to come in on her left. When she came in, my car was here. She flew in like this, but when she came in at a wide turn at an angle, and she hit the back left of my bumper, I guess you could say, right by my tire. But when she hit it, and I knew she was gonna hit it, I was like, dang, she's in my car, and she hit it pretty good. I happened to look in my rearview mirror, and this girl is gonna keep going. So mind you, it's kind of late, and my instinct was like, and I'm gonna be real with you, I was like, oh hell no, this girl is not gonna hit my car and leave. So I kind of do like a quick look around, and I felt like I jumped into Fast and the Furious, threw my car in reverse, backed my little RAV4 up, turned it around, did a little, and I proceeded to chase her through the Walmart with my hand on the horn. And as I, you know, speed, being cautious, she sped. So she's flying through the Walmart parking lot. I'm flying behind her with my horn on. She drives behind the Walmart. I'm right on her tail. She tries to exit through the back of Walmart, right? But when she tries to exit, there was 4 cars at the stop sign and 2 coming in. So she couldn't leave. So I throw my car in park. My son jumps out. I jump out. So my son gets to the car before I do, and he gets in the car, and I'm like, what the heck? So he gets in the car, and he takes her keys, and I come on the passenger side, and I start knocking on her window. I'm like, hey, you, what's up? Like, you hit my car, and you're just gonna roll out? At that moment, I was so enraged. I was mad. I was furious. I was angry. My daughter was in the back crying. I was shaking. I like yanked on her door. I was like, look, you either gonna voluntarily get out of this car, or I'm gonna yank you up out of that car. And it's in that moment I can feel God like, hey, what are you doing? Just calm down, you know? And so I had to pull myself back to a place of like, hey, it's okay, it's okay. Sometimes I have to remind myself I can't get crazy like I used to. I gotta handle things better, you know. And it's not very rare. It's very rare I get in those moments, depending on what the circumstances. But man, I had to pull myself together. So she rolls down the window. She's like, I'm so sorry. And I'm like, sorry? You just hit my car and roll out, and you're gonna just roll down your window and say you're sorry and it's supposed to be better? Like, no. So she gets out of the car, and I was like, I have a daughter in the back. You hit my car and leave, and then you make me chase you all the way through the parking lot. Are you insane? So at this point, I'm trying to calm down. She's like, I'm so sorry. I just left my boyfriend's house. He was beating me. And I'm looking at her as I'm trying to calm down, and I'm not seeing no bruises. Her eyes weren't red like she was crying. So I'm thinking, okay, well, and I'm like, well, I'm sorry that you had a rough night, but that doesn't justify you hitting my car and you're thinking you're just gonna roll out. So I get on the phone, I call 911, and then it takes like 10 minutes for the cops to get there. I'm like, bro, where are the cops at? In the meantime, this girl is sitting there begging me, please, can I just give you some money, please? You know, a mother to a mother, you know, I got elderly parents. And the humble part of me was like, okay, Cristela, stay calm. It's cool. You know what? It's gonna be all right. And then the fleshy part was like, look, girl, ooh, I wanted to just like throw hands. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, if you're so worried about your kids and your parents, then why aren't you at home instead of running the streets 10 o'clock at night drinking, right? And that's where it gets me so mad, because being a Christian is not always easy. Okay, it is not always easy. There's times like last night I had to shake and check myself, and it was hard. A lot of times you get little altercations or a little phone call over a bill that was too much, misprinted, whatever, and you can be like, okay, cool. But there's sometimes when there's just certain things for me anyways that trigger me and that take me to 0 to 10 real quick. And it's like God has to remind me, Cristela, chill out. So, I'm human again. So, I'm like, I'm sorry, So she's like, can I just give you some money? And she kept telling me that. I'm like, are you trying to pay me right now to leave the scene? And she's like, yeah, can I just give you some money? I need to get home. And I'm like, no, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, but I'm not letting you leave here tonight. And at this time, to be honest, I didn't even know she was drinking. I kind of knew, but I wasn't up in her face to kind of smell or know. But I was more shocked on, she had a 2020 brand new ride. It was nice. She seemed, you can tell she had a really good spirit though. She had a really good heart. She just maybe, fallen into some hard times. I really didn't know, but I felt her. I felt the weight of her hurt for some reason. And, regardless of what she was drinking, I just felt for her. Like God was allowing me to feel some of her and her hurts, And so at this point, I'm pretty much, as time, a few minutes have went by, I'm still waiting on the cops. I'm okay. I've calmed down. But when the cops got there, they get out and they take the report and whatnot, and come to find out, she was under the influence. I mean, they try to get her to do the whole walk, walk in the line. She couldn't. She felt that 3 times, and then they gave her a breathalyzer. I didn't know. I wasn't there. To be honest, I didn't really want to know. And they took her to jail. And my heart just broke for her. And then I felt horrible for the way I reacted in that moment. It's kind of in those moments, it's like, could I have handled that better? Should I let her drove off and just let it, and just called it in as a hit and run? I had my kids in the car. Maybe I shouldn't have chased her. Maybe I shouldn't have done what I did. But at the same time, it's one of those things, maybe God had it an appointed time where she hit me, because he knew, I don't know, how it could have played out, but I'm glad it was me and nobody else. I'm glad that it was just a little fender bender, and that I'm glad that I didn't just take her money and say, hey, go ahead and go, because at that point I didn't know she was drinking, and then, she was out there drinking and driving, and it was just sad, because I went to bed and I prayed for her that night. I really did. I felt bad for the way I handled it, and I had to, repent, ask God, hey God, you gotta help me. I feel bad. And then I felt bad for her, but then I gotta remember, I can't carry other people's burdens, and in those moments I just repented, asked God to help me, and I prayed for her, and I really do hope God does bless her, because that could have been any of my relatives, and knowing that she was drinking and driving is very scary. It's very serious. It's not a joke to be drinking and driving. Quite a few years ago, my mom, when she was partying, she was drinking, and her friend got in an altercation at the bar. I was young, and she took off on a high-speed chase at the freeway. I guess when they were leaving the bar, they bumped into somebody else's, one guy's car or something. I don't really know the whole story, but and back then they made the cars really heavy duty, out of metal. Now they make them out of all this plastic and plexiglass, and you breathe on them and they bend. But so from what I know, my mom said they were on a high-speed chase. They were coming off or getting off an exit, turning into a building or something, I don't know, but she ended up losing control of the car. My mom had dropped her ID, so when she went to bend down to pick it up, she wrecked into the metal trash can. My mom's forehead slammed into the glove box, and it busted her whole entire bones, and her sinuses in here, so they immediately had to rush her to the emergency room. They cut her from one ear to the other, and they pulled her skin down, and they had to restructure all this. She had tubes coming out of her ear, or not her ears, the side. Her eyes were so swollen shut. She looked like a watermelon. I was 14. I didn't find out for 2 days because, again, I was partying and I was never really home then. And I knew something was wrong when I found out. Because before I could even get to the hospital, my nerves were so intense. And it was just something I knew. I knew that I didn't want to walk into that scene. And about 2 years ago, it got all infected, and she had to go back into a Tucson hospital, and they had to redo and go in and reconstruct and get all the mush, and all the screws that they had put in was, you know, rotted and whatnot, so they had to redo all that. But the good thing was it was planned. It was not such an intense environment through, you know, the ER, so they were able to go in and do it in a place where she didn't come out with her face swollen and all the other repercussions that went along with the first time with the accident. So I do highly encourage never to drink and drive. I don't care. There's absolutely no reason to drink and drive under any types of influence. At that being said, but you know, I just, you know, like I said, I had posted a video a couple days ago about me being a big sinner, and that's what I mean. Like, I sin. I fall short too sometimes. I let the best get to me, but it's in those moments of recognizing and repenting and asking God, what can I have done better? How can I have handled that? Is there any other, you know what I mean? Like, just talking to God. I woke up thinking about her today, and again, I hope all is well, but it definitely was interesting. It definitely was crazy. But I would say, like, I thought it was pretty cool that I drove my car pretty cool, because I, like, backed my car up like I was Fast and the Furious, like I knew what I was doing. Totally didn't even know what I was doing. But afterwards, I was like, God, that was pretty cool, huh? Yeah, I didn't know I had driving skills like that, but anyways. So yeah, that's my crazy life as of last night, and all is well. My car's getting fixed now. I got a pretty nice rental, super nice. Makes me want to just go driving just to drive the rental. So yeah, it was pretty crazy. It was pretty crazy, huh, baby cakes?
Yeah.
It was crazy, huh? Did it scare you? How did it make you feel?
Sick.
Made you sick to the stomach? Did it? Yeah. So it's important to wear your seatbelts, huh? Can you talk to the
Yeah.
eating? Yeah. Well, thank God everything's okay, huh?
Yeah.
All right. Well, she's busy over there chomping up on her Cheetos. All right. Well, I think I've said enough. So I will hopefully let you guys know what's going on. Well, I guess there's not really much to let you guys know other than my car's getting fixed. But tune in for my next video, because I really don't know what it's going to be about. But I'm praying on that. Hopefully God will send me something interesting, fun, and I just want to say thank you for watching. And if you like, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button and stay tuned for the next upcoming video. Thank you, and have a blessed evening.
Bye.